Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
I have to be here. It's my community.
Now at 10, a community still in recovery 1 month after losing two of its heroes. How residents in Bristol are coming together. Plus, it's a loss no one should ever have to go through. Now a family member of the 33rd person killed in Hartford this year, speaking exclusively with Fox 61. And UConn football fans can party like it's 2015. What today's results mean for the Huskies moving forward. The Fox 61 News at 10 on the CW20 starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. It has officially been 1 month since tragedy struck the community of Bristol. Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte, Sergeant Alex Hamzy were shot and killed in the line of duty after responding to a domestic disturbance call. A third officer, Alec Iarado, was also shot. He managed to get away before firing a single shot that killed the suspect. The community gathered outside the police department tonight where a memorial has grown since October 12th. Fox 61's Tony Black is live in Bristol tonight as the city lights up blue in support of the police department. Tony?
Yeah, Carmen, blue lights up the city of Bristol here tonight, 1 month since two police officers were shot and killed in the line of duty. And community members I spoke with today say that recovery continues, but they're proud to see their own and also communities beyond show to support the police department and the victims' families.
Unfortunately, it takes a tragedy to bring a community together, and I'm very proud to be a part of Bristol.
This Bristol police cruiser covered in flowers, mementos, and words of love outside the police department. It's been 1 month since Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte and Sergeant Alex Hamzy were shot and killed in the line of duty. The community says it's been a tough 31 days.
Some days it seems like it happened so long ago, and then in other times it feels like it was just yesterday.
Hard to believe. It's such a tragedy, and yet the community is strong.
There's good days and bad days with everything when you have a tragedy like this. Feeling like we're getting back to a sense of normalcy.
Mayor Jeff Caggiano says the support shows the city has its heart in the right place. That place, this memorial, honoring the two fallen officers.
I know that our police officers in general are really getting back to that sense of normalcy, and that's the best thing for them.
Senator Richard Blumenthal says the tragedy has struck a chord across the country and says it's time to protect those who protect us.
We need to do more to support our police, make them safer, because they make us safe, and we owe them.
He says Saturday's vigil still feels as real as the first vigil held after the October 12th shooting.
I have an emotional bond. I was in law enforcement for a good part of my career. I felt a real sense of allegiance to this community.
Dozens came out Saturday to remember and reflect on the tragedy that brought this community together, bringing blue lights to show support for the men and women in blue.
I come almost every day just to kind of see what's been happening and just to know that the people support our law enforcement officers.
But I think generally, people were very proud to see what they saw here in Bristol, how the community could come together and how we could coalesce around something.
I did work with Officer Dustin. He was a resource officer, so it hits home.
The mayor says Officer Alec Iarado, who shot and killed the suspect after being shot himself, has not yet returned to the force but is physically recovering well, and people in the community I spoke with say they hope the community stays together and that it doesn't take another tragedy for them to unite like this. Also important to note, hundreds of thousands of dollars have been raised since October 12th for the victims' families. Live in Bristol, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. And breaking news tonight, Democrats are going to have control of the Senate for at least 2 more years. The AP has just called the Nevada Senate race for incumbent Senator Catherine Cortez Masto over Republican challenger Adam Laxalt. That gives the Democrats 50 seats, and we'll have more on the breakdown of power in the legislative branch in just a few minutes. Now to the Weather Watch. We hope you all enjoyed today's warm weather because all of that will change starting tomorrow as temperatures begin to drop, feeling much like fall again. Here's meteorologist Ryan Breton joining us right now. Ryan, the nice weather was great while it lasted, right?
And we've had it for quite a while, Carmen. 8 days this month we've hit 70, but this is it. We were 76 today in New London, 75 in New Haven, Madison with a high temperature of 74, and we were 73 from Middletown to Chester into Wallingford. But tomorrow we flip the switch, and the beginning of that is a front that is starting to move through tonight. We have a couple of little light showers that have moved through southern New England this evening, but what we're waiting on are these showers in Pennsylvania, and those arrive toward tomorrow morning. The rest of the night will dip into the 40s to around 50, depending on where you are in the state. Tomorrow we start out with a lot of clouds, a cooler morning with some showers off and on through the morning as well, but some breaks of sunshine develop during the afternoon. Notice the temperatures, though, they aren't moving, starting in the upper 40s and staying there all day long tomorrow. And the story this upcoming week is the cool weather. True November weather returning to southern New England. We'll go through it hour by hour coming up in just a little while.
All right, Ryan, thank you. New tonight, Norwalk police need your help in finding two men suspected of robbing a store at gunpoint. Police say these pictures taken from surveillance cameras show two men allegedly stole cigarettes and money from a business on Liberty Square this past Tuesday. They say tips can be sent in anonymously. And now to a Fox 61 exclusive. A vigil today was held for 23-year-old Manuel Rodriguez, the Hartford man who was shot and killed behind the wheel of his car 2 weeks ago on Hillside Avenue. That was the city's 33rd homicide. Hartford police say it started with the crash near Flatbush and New Park Avenues, and then it led to the fatal shooting. They say it was a targeted attack. Rodriguez's family met her sitting down with Fox 61 with the message about their tragic loss.
Put yourself in our shoes. Although you might not have gone through this tragedy, put yourself in our shoes and just try to see how it would benefit you if somebody came forward for you, and just to bring some type of closure. The slightest thing might be the one to really crack the ice.
Police did find the suspect's car, but have not been able to tell us where. So far, there have been no word of an arrest just yet. And again, if you have any information or witness to the incident from that very night, you are urged to contact Hartford Police. During this Veterans Day weekend, local businesses are saying thank you to those who serve our country with special deals and discounts. Glastonbury-based Barabalt Jewelers is offering its Diamond Discount program all this month. Retired and active military members, police officers, firefighters, and EMTs will get a 15% discount on all engagement rings and wedding bands. The jewelry store was founded by a veteran, and those ties to the military and law enforcement still exists today.
Our hearts are in it, and I mean, what's better than supporting a beautiful cause and supporting our heroes? They've shown so much bravery and strength in their lives, to keep us safe here and our nation safe. So I think it's a beautiful cause, and everyone should definitely get involved.
Barabalt has also created a bracelet to benefit the Purple Heart Foundation, a national organization that supports veterans. The Purple Cord bracelets feature a power word like be strong or be fearless. The support for veterans is glowing tonight in Berlin. Thousands of luminaries have been placed around Veterans Memorial Park in a show of support for those who serve our country. The event is sponsored by the Berlin Lions Club. People had the chance to buy a luminary with money going toward local veterans. The bags are decorated with the names of local veterans. Free dental care is being offered this weekend in Farmington. The Connecticut Foundation for Dental Outreach is hosting its 15th Mission of Mercy free dental clinic. It's happening at the UConn School of Dental Medicine in Farmington. The goal is to provide service for people who are underserved and uninsured and cannot afford the cost of care. The clinic offers a full range of dental care.
Exams, cleanings, fillings, extractions, root canals. The entire purpose of Mission of Mercy is to try to reach as many patients as possible who otherwise wouldn't be able to get dental care.
Everybody who comes gets treated. We put you through a medical triage, we put you through a dental triage, x-rays if necessary.
The clinic is operating on a first-come, first-served basis. It will open again tomorrow morning starting at 8 o'clock. The UConn Health Campus is located on Farmington Avenue in Farmington. Earlier today, multiple police departments and hospitals participated in a gun buyback event. It's all part of the hashtag Keep Kids Safe initiative, which aims to get unwanted guns out of Connecticut homes so they are not used by accident. Participants are offered gift cards in exchange for the firearms, with some sites also offering gun safes for gun permit holders to make sure they are not easily accessible at home.
Come on down with the firearm. It's completely anonymous, no name, no ID. We will inspect the firearm, we'll make it safe, take it from you, and exchange a gift card for you.
One of the things we know about firearm deaths is that the majority of them are suicide deaths. So if you do have a firearm at home, keeping it safely secured is really important.
Other drop-off location included sites in Guilford, Middletown, Newtown, Stamford, and Waterbury. And sports, UConn football defeated Liberty earlier today, and now the team is eligible for a bowl game. Jonah Karp is here with more on the Huskies' big win. Hey, Jonah.
Hey, Carmen. Yeah, this is the biggest Huskies win in, I guess, at least 7 years, because that's how long it's been since the Huskies beat a nationally ranked team. UConn beat number 13 Houston back in 2015, and that 2015 UConn team, that's a pretty good comparison to this year's squad. That was also the last team to make a bowl game and the last team to win this many games in a season. UConn has 6 wins already, with 1 more game on the horizon. And now UConn finds itself with a winning record for the first time all year, thanks to an absolute tear as of late. The Huskies have won 3 games in a row and 5 of their last 6. Oh, and this 3-game win streak is also the longest win streak for the program since 2015. It's also worth noting that today's win at the Rent was the 5th home win of the season for UConn, and those 5 home victories, the most for UConn since 2010, when the Huskies went a perfect 6-0 at home. And we'll have highlights and post-game sound from today's enormous win over Liberty that's coming up later tonight. Carmen?
All right, Jonah, thank you. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, that means one thing here in Connecticut, the Manchester Road Race. They're starting to release information leading up to the event, including road closures and parking bans in the city. Starting on November 23rd, the night before the race, there will be strictly enforced parking bans that will extend until the event is over. All roads intersecting the nearly 5-mile road race will be closed at 9 a.m., including 4 exit ramps from I-384. They estimate that normal traffic should resume sometime after 11:30 a.m. Fox 61 is a proud sponsor of the Manchester Road Race, so make sure to tune in on Thanksgiving for our full team coverage of the event start to finish. And for all things Manchester Road Race, check out our website at fox61.com. December marks 10 years since the tragic shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary. Happening tomorrow, the Newtown Memorial Commission will be opening up a memorial for the victims to the public. The 5-acre nature garden is being unveiled at 28 Riverside Road in Newtown at 1 p.m. People are encouraged to attend and pay their respects to those who lost.